Well, welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Media Day. Next up, we will talk with Grandview Basketball. Let's start with introductions. Brady, go ahead and introduce yourself. Name, hometown, and year in school, please.
Yep. So I'm Brady Sartorius. I'm from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, which is about 2 hours from Grandview. And I'm a fifth-year senior. Just started grad school in the fall.
Very good. Coach, go ahead and introduce yourself, name, and how many years you've been head coach there.
Dennis Schaefer. This is my 25th season at Grandview, so we're excited to get started with the season.
Yeah. Coach, tell us about Brady and his importance to your program.
Man, it's really hard to just limit it to hardly one or two things, but Brady is just kind of what exemplifies being a basketball player at the college level. There's not a day that goes by that we don't see him in the gym getting a workout in. And I don't mean like a 15 or 20-minute shoot-around session. Brady is putting in time and work and effort from working on his ball handling to being a leader on the floor to handling and taking great shots. He's just a tremendous leader. And I don't know if there's anybody that probably epitomizes basketball and the love for the game as much as Brady does. And we're just so thrilled to have him and looking forward to having a healthy Brady Sartorius for the 2022 season.
Brady, what is your major, and what are some career plans for life after basketball?
Yeah, so I graduated with a sport management degree, and I'm continuing to get a master's in that. Right now, I'm thinking about going with the coaching route, or if it's not the coaching route, then something to do with the sports aspect, whether it be pursuing athletic director or just anything within some type of sport organization.
Oh, very good. Brady, tell us about your basketball journey and how you found your way to Grandview.
Yeah. So right out of high school, I attended Kirkwood Community College in Cedar Rapids for 2 years, played with some great players, had some great coaches that taught me a lot of things just about basketball and the college game. And then after my sophomore year, I decided to come here to Grandview. Just thought it was a great place to continue for both school, academics, and basketball. Just felt like it was a home environment and that Coach Schaefer and Coach Denholm just cared about their players both on and off the court, and that was something that I really cared about.
Coach, your team had a very successful season last year, qualified for the national tournament. How was that experience for your coaching staff and your players last year to qualify for nationals?
Well, we talked about it a little bit last night at the conclusion of our practice. And there's really nothing better than playing in March. And if you get the opportunity to do that, it just kind of reinvigorates you from the coaching standpoint, from getting kids into the gym during the course of the summer. But the experience just to be able to play in the national tournament is just tremendous. I mean, it's what everybody strives to do. And I don't think you can replace that with any other feeling in the world. It's just unbelievable what the kids get to experience, and the coaches as well, because we all work for that from the start of the season, and we just all are trying to grind to that day in March when you get the nod that you can play a few more games in March.
Brady, how about for you? What was that experience like for you to be able to have that, terrific season, qualify for nationals?
Yeah, that was just a great feeling just because that's what you're trying to reach throughout the season, is just make that postseason. Me personally, I wasn't able to play because I had an injury, but just being able to travel with the team and just kind of do all those things you don't get to do throughout the year was really fun. And it was a good bonding experience for everybody, with both the coaches and the players. And I think it's just an experience you can't really replicate with too many things. And so I know it's something that we want to get back to, and we're looking forward to it.
Coach, let's talk about this year's team. How's preseason practices going? What are some good things you've liked from your squad so far?
Well, probably like every coach in the country, we're not sure where we're at. We've got some good, some bad, and some ugly. But what we do have is we've got a core group of guys like Brady, Dylan Miller. Some of these guys, Max Shanahan, have come in and been really good leaders for our new players coming in, freshmen and transfers. I think we've had really energetic practices. I think we'll probably have a little bit different look because we'll have to kind of be a potpourri of players and maybe a positionless group of guys. But I like the direction that we're headed. I like the effort that the guys are putting in. I like how much that they've kind of bought in new players and returners to what we're trying to do. And then I think the big thing that'll happen for us is we have some returning guys who are going to have to slide into new roles, and then we have some transfer guys and some new freshmen that have to accept some different kind of roles, maybe than they're accustomed to playing. And that could be more scoring or less scoring. It could be more defense, less defense. But it looks like we have a core group of guys that are really working to strive and get into that position for us.
Brady, the Heart is, one of the most competitive conferences in the NAIA. What is it like, for you, night in, night out, competing in the Heart?
It's a grind. You don't have any days off. Once you finish up that one game, you got to turn around and just play another team that's going to compete with you for every minute. So you just got to make sure you're preparing yourselves and as a team day in, day out, just for all the competition that you have to go through throughout the year. But with that said, it's fun at the same time, because you want to play against the best teams and the best players, and I think that's something that we get to experience with playing in the Heart Conference.
Brady, what are some goals for you this year, and even some team goals that you guys have talked about for this upcoming season?
For team goals, we just, like, right now, just want to improve every day and get better and get ready for that first game, and then just throughout the year, just continuing that, just striving for that national tournament in March, playing for the postseason, and just seeing where we can go, because we're not there yet, but I think we can get there, and we have, like Coach Schaefer said, we have the right group of guys that I think are willing to put in the work to reach the goals that we all have for ourselves and for the team.
Coach, you'll have, some new faces on the team this year. Who are some newcomers that could help right away?
Well, I think we're going to expect a lot out of Cecil Lee, transfer out of the Kansas City area, comes to us from Hutch JUCO. We also have Dominic Bangu out of the Minnesota area, and I think he's going to be impactful for us. And when we bring these guys in, I think we talk to them a lot about how are they going to impact winning. And sometimes that means they got to score some points, and sometimes that means they've got to be defensive guys. In Dominic and Cecil's roles, they're going to have to do a little bit of everything. They're really quality kids. They're super players. And they're learning maybe to play at a little bit different pace and maybe a little bit more physicality in our league because of where they're coming from. But I think they're adjusting to it well. I like some of our freshman kids in Jackson Young, who I think is going to be a really good player for us. I think we've got a sleeper in Jonah Lifker, who's coming in from the Minnesota area as well. So we just have to find a way to blend all these new guys in with some of our returning players.
Brady, last question for you. You've got coming into your fifth year with Grandview. How much does it mean to you to play for Grandview, and what does it mean to you to hit the floor with your teammates each game?
Yeah, it's an honor just to be at a place that cares so much about their players, the coach caring about their players, and wanting the best for them, and striving to get the best out of them. So like they push us every day. And that's something that I like and that everybody likes, because if they're going to push you, then that means they care about you. And that's what every player should want from a coach. And just being the fifth year, I just don't want to take anything for granted, take it day by day, and just really embrace everything, embrace the grind and embrace the challenges that are put forward in front of us, and just attack it day by day.
Coach, last question for you. We've asked every head coach this. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear Heart of America men's basketball?
How tough our basketball league is from top to bottom. It's crazy how good this league is. And sometimes I don't feel like we get all the respect that we need, because we tend to beat up each other during the 24, 22, and sometimes even the 26 game league schedule. The other thing that comes to mind, Tyler, I don't know if you can just limit it to one, but I mean, there are some outstanding coaches, some Hall of Famers who have retired. We've got some young guys who are soon to be Hall of Famers as their careers go on. We have a core group of institutions that really believe in basketball, and I think we put out a quality product every night. And so if people get a chance to come out and watch any Heart of America game, I think it's so well worth the money. And it's so good to have young kids come out and watch how good these players are. And it's an honor to coach in the league, and it's an honor to coach against some of these guys who are in the league.
Awesome. Well, Coach Brady, really appreciate your time today, and best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it.